another week and there's plenty shit to talk about.
All right, cousins, it is Memorial Day weekend. I said let me drop a little content before I get too intoxicated. So I hope you guys listen to the latest pop-in episode. We discussed the end of Love and Hip Hop franchise. Love and Hip Hop ATL just had their series finale the other night. And I wanted to know, what city was your favorite franchise? Atlanta, New York, Miami, or Hollywood? If y'all follow me on my personal Instagram, and even on here, I was like dropping clips from Love and Hip Hop that I was watching when I was working from home after I had my surgery. And I even said it myself, ATL is my favorite season. New York is a close second. Hollywood and Miami, I just don't even know what that was about. Like, I can hardly make it through an episode of Miami. Trick and Trina was just too much for me. Joy, Bobby, I just couldn't do it. And I think Ray J and Princess went over to Miami. And I think Noriega was on there at one point too. But I just couldn't do Miami. It was just too much. But ATL was my favorite. Of course, I'm a down south. I'm not a Georgia girl. I'm a down south girl though. So ATL was my favorite. New York was a close second. New York was the first season that popped it off. I wanted to know, what were your thoughts on every season? Which one was your favorite season? I know right now I'm rewatching it again. I don't know why. But I am rewatching Love and Hip Hop ATL. And right now I am on the season of Rashida, Me, and Cam. That is Kirk's son with Jasmine, the young lady that he cheated on Rashida with. And one thing that I've noticed rewatching Love and Hip Hop as an adult versus as a teenager and someone in their early 20s, Rashida had more smoke for Kirk's cheating than she did for Kirk. She had more smoke for the girls that he slept with her with versus smoke for Kirk. She never really was truly mad at Kirk. And now I'm starting to wonder, was Rashida even mad? Was she in on the play? Did she know what was going on? Was she more mad about being embarrassed? Because Lord, first of all, I don't think any of that issue started when that camera was rolling. Okay, Rashida's been having issues with Kurt from season 1 when, she was rapping and she was, going to speak with Deb to see about Deb being her manager, Kurt not being her manager, the issues at her video premiere party. I don't think their issues started when the camera started rolling. I think there was issues prior to that. The camera just put a light on it for everybody to see. But Rashida is a beautiful woman. She's very successful. My theory is, I believe that Kirk is possibly the first man that she's been with, or the first man that she's been in love with. It kind of gives me like Clarissa Shields and Papoose vibes to an extent, because that's her man. And she told us in that freestyle, she is never leaving Kirk. Never. And she need to, okay? But she's been having issues with him since season 1. Then, the whole situation when he cheated down at the cabins. She was pregnant. He wanted a paternity test on their son, which is crazy to me because he didn't want to do one with Jasmine, really. He wanted a paternity test with their son. He was cheating. He was blaming the producers for his situation when he flipped out and whatever. Rashida was mad at Jasmine, which, rewatching it, I see why she was mad at Jasmine, because she said that Jasmine had posted a side-by-side photo of Jasmine's son and Rashida's son. That's something that you don't do. You don't do no mess like that. But looking back on it, I don't think Rashida really had... I think she knew. I think she was okay with Kirk's cheating. She just was embarrassed by it because now everybody knows and now everyone has an opinion about it. There was that season where they went to Texas. I think it was Texas, and they was in the cabins, and she was like, there's infidelity. There's been infidelity on both sides. And I don't even know why she said that, because her infidelity was, like she said earlier on in their relationship, I don't know if she was trying to take some of the smoke off of Kirk and trying to protect him. But also, I always noticed that Rashida's always like, oh, we got these kids, we got these businesses, we've been together for a long time. You just don't throw nothing away like that. But Kirk never says anything like that. He says he loves his family. He says he loves Rashida. and stuff like that, but his actions clearly don't show it. And I know the series is over with and all that other type of stuff, woo, but I do think with the series being over and the cameras going down, that shit's still gonna go on. We just probably ain't gonna know about it unless somebody else gets pregnant and they bring it to the internet. But yes, that's my theory. I think Rasheeda always knew Kirk was a cheater. She didn't care, or she did not really mind him cheating as long as she wasn't embarrassed and nobody else knew about it. But then the rest of us was privy to it, and of course it's an embarrassment. And then because like she really wasn't, had to fix that. She really wasn't all that upset when Jasmine was pregnant. Like, and you can't tell nobody how to be upset, but she really wasn't upset, it seems like, you know, and the tears. I mean, a great storyline, people. Fascinating. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What are y'all favorite season? Oh, can't forget about Amina, Tara, and Peter in New York. That was a good trio. Those three, Stevie, Mimi, and Jocelyn, they definitely gave us a great storyline to run for our money. And also let me know that I have never been that stupid behind a man, and I would never, ever, 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 ever in my life be that stupid behind a man. Because us as ladies, we've all been stupid behind a man, but at a certain age. Like, these females was like in their 30s, going on their 40s, being stupid behind a man. Like, but great storyline, great entertainment. Tara and Amina. I would put Tara, Amina, and Peter over Jocelyn, Stevie, and Mimi, in all honesty. Like, if we had to pick the three against each other, I would put Tara, Amina, and Peter before Jocelyn, Mimi, and Stevie. But yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts. Happy Memorial Day weekend. You know, I don't really celebrate Memorial Day. I'm just happy to be off and have a great time and drink. So let me know. Make sure y'all check in. Make sure you listen to the latest pop in. Hit that link in the bio. Subscribe to Loose Lips Podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon. Rate, review, subscribe wherever you can. Give me a 5-star review if you can. But if you feel like you can't, you know, I'll take that honesty. Email me, looselipspodcast@gmail.com. Lips is with 2 S's. And new episodes are dropping next week. See you soon. Bye. Oh, and ladies, make sure y'all get this Juvia's Place lip gloss. I love Juvia's Place. This is Tutti Frutti. And I paired it with the Plum Milani lip liner. So make sure y'all get this. I love this. Okay, bye. I'm going.